What's up, guys? This is Mahaffey with Underworld Explorers. Today we're back at Telford Spring. I'm with my buddy Steve and my other buddy Jose. We are coming back here today to go find this hole that I found last time that looked like it had passage going on. I was with Jacob and Steve that time. I'm not super sure if it goes. It looked like it did, but you know, as memory is sometimes. The reason I didn't go through the restriction last time is because what was I gonna say? Yeah, I was getting low on gas last time, so I didn't go through it. But this time I got full tanks, so there's no excuses for me to bitch out today. The water's looking perfect. Look at this, guys. Looking beautiful. All right, so just like last time, we are going to go start at the boat ramp on public property, and then we're going to crawl up the river, and holy crap, look at this. This is kind of cool. Hold on, I'm getting distracted. Squirreling. This is cool. I've never seen this before. It's not that the river's pumping hard, or it's not that the spring is pumping harder. It's the freaking river levels that keep dropping, man, and it's causing rapids right here. This is super cool. This is the confluence again, but anyway, so we're gonna crawl our way up the river, and then when we get up here, we're going to, you know, where the confluence is right there, we're gonna crawl all the way right here, and I'm gonna check this undercut right here. I've never noticed this before, and it almost looks like river water right there is mixing, but that's just like plant life, I think.
Look at the bone you're about to fall out there.
This wasn't like this last time, man.
Yeah, when it gets low, it blows all of the sand.
No, I think this collapsed.
Yes, it blows all the sand bank out as the river goes down, all the way to the rock.
See, we were here a week ago, man.
Yes, it don't take no time.
Anyway, so I think this collapsed last time, guys. All right, so we're going to start right here on this boat ramp, and then we're gonna make our way down or up river. The river flows this way. We're gonna make our way up river into the entrance of the spring run, which is, I don't know, probably like 300 feet that way, 600 feet that way maybe. It's not too far. Some asshole shot a deer and left the legs right there. So that was a very nice Florida man thing to do. So, all right, guys, let's do it. All right, everyone, I was super excited to do this dive, and I hope you all enjoyed this video because it was a little spicy. All right, so we're going to start off. We've come up the river already. We are in the spring run now, and Steve has started recording. He found some kind of jawbone with teeth. Looks pretty sharp, so maybe it was like a possum or a raccoon. Anyway, so I am tying the primary line into the cavern zone, and I am eventually going to do a tie off, and we're going to start kicking towards the cave. It shouldn't take very long, but hey, you never know, I'm kind of slow sometimes. The cave actually had pretty good visibility, probably comparable to what we had last time. I would say flow seemed a little higher than it was last time. We've had some local rainfall, so maybe that helped improve the aquifer a little bit. The rivers are still really, really low. We haven't had much rain overall, and then much rain up north. But right now, I just finished tie off. I circled, gave the okay. Now we're going into the cavern zone. As I make my way into the cave, the primary line is on the right side of this cave. We don't need to go very far into the cave to get to the spot I found. It's like 400 or 500 feet in. It's not very far. But right now, I'm tying off to the main line after doing my secondary tie off. If you notice, I have low pressure 50s and a stage. I didn't use very much gas. This dive was maybe 45 minutes to 50 minutes long, not including how long it took us to go up the river. I just noticed Jose has this weird little scissor kick he does when he's kicking. He uses the bottom of his left fin and the top of his left fin and the bottom of his right fin. There's this scissoring motion. Anyway, this is the restriction. I didn't want to show people how to get to this, but right now I am swimming towards the restriction so you can see it. To me, it appeared like no one else had been in there before. The rock was pretty clean. The bottom right there is not much going on. Anyway, right now we are on Jose's 360 camera. That's why it kind of looks weird. This line you see going through the frame right there is just right where the two cameras meet or something like that, and they try to stitch it together, and it didn't do a perfect job, but it's still pretty cool. Alright, so I just did another tie off going up a hill, and then I did a tie off and I turned left going towards the restriction now. This will give you some kind of reference how big the restriction is. It's not very big, it's probably 12 inches maybe. The bottom of it's real squishy, so you can be as big as you want and go through here. It's just you are going to have no visibility when you go through. Right now I am making my way. I'm just trying to look for line traps because I didn't have any silt stakes. Because one of the worst things you can do going through these restrictions coming back out is there's be no visibility, and then you're in a line trap, right? So a line trap is where the line has shifted to a point on the side of the restriction where your body can't fit through it. And as you can imagine, if you're following the line to get out in zero viz and you run into a position or a part of the cave where you can't physically fit, that's a problem, right? So because you need the line to get out, you can't go where the line is. So your best thing is to hopefully you can shift the line over, or the best thing is to not when you're laying the line down, not put them in line traps. But if you're in a line trap, I guess you could try to shift the line over. If not, you might have to pull a reel out and tie onto the line, shift yourself over, and hopefully make it through the restriction, and then come back and try to find the line. But anyway, so as you see, we're in a complete zero viz. We'll call silt out right now. The cameras pick up more visibility than what we can see. So if it looks like it's pretty bad viz on the camera, like it is now, you absolutely can't see anything on the camera. It is way worse in person. So Jose, he pokes his head in and he's like, nope, not for me, which he shouldn't have done anyway. But I go into the room, and after I go through the room, it starts going downhill a little bit, and it's just dead ends in a room. There doesn't really go anywhere, and I was really disappointed, but it is what it is. But this is where the fun starts. So as I'm coming out, I run into Jose. I thought it was his leg, so I hit it with my right hand. I'm like, oh, come on, man, get out of the way. I told him to go, and then I shove him. Well, come to find out, it was not his leg. Wait till the end to find out what I shoved. Anyway, so now Jose has come back out into the main passage of the cave. He wanted to get some better visibility so he could see. So this is him. He is finding his way back. He's going around a corner. This restriction was up a hill behind a pillar. So, and guys, I really, really, really don't want anybody going to this. I promise it doesn't go nowhere. All you're going to do here is just get yourself in trouble. Anyway, so there's Steven waiting on us back at the main line. I'm still inside the restriction coming out, trying to clean up the line. You're going to see in a moment where all this silt just comes bellowing down down the hill from this restriction I went through. The whole cave, for like the first 100 feet on the main passage, there was zero visibility. And eventually you'll see why in a second. You're going to see all this down this hill, to see this silt just start bellowing down. But yeah, and then after about 100 feet, from the 100 feet down from where we are now to the exit, it was probably about a few feet of visibility. When we went through the sinkholes, we couldn't see the sinkholes anymore. But here it is, the silt bellowing down the hill. Eventually, you might be able to see my light glow a little bit. Yep, so it's catching the main passage right now. I'm blowing out the whole cave. So y'all be careful. Please don't go down this. There's no reason to. It doesn't go anywhere. I'm not lying to y'all. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video of some real exploration. I will see you all in the next one. So, kind of summarize this dive a little bit to y'all. Our plan was that Steve and Jose would follow me to the spot we needed to go to, and then they would stop there, maybe take a little quick video of me going in. But anyway, I popped through the restriction, and it went around a little corner, and it had a little room, and the room just seemed like a dead end. And the problem is that each side of this one, inside of this room, there's a hill going up to it, there's a hill coming down to it, and it's really, really like thick clay-like mud. And as soon as you go through that restriction, it just blasts itself. And then, you know, it's going to go downhill, right? So it's going to go downhill on the way on the out, and then when you go in, it's going downhill, following you into the after you go through the restriction. Anyway, go to restriction. I'm looking around and I see all that, like, it's coming behind me. It's like a freaking fog, and I'm like, oh crap! So I'm looking around. I don't see nothing. I was like, okay, well that's it. So I was like, well maybe I can look for a tie off. I look for a tie off, and that's when all the silt hit me, and it was just zero vis. I'm like, shit. All right, so I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna reel back in. So I'm reeling back in, and I run into what feels like a leg, and I hit it, and they weren't supposed to come. I was like, go! So I shoved it, and that's where the line got all bunched up. Put a rookie mistake, right? And then, so we're coming out. I just leave the reel there, or no, I brought the reel back, didn't I? I cut the line, and I traced it on the way out. Got back there. I just wanted to see how bad the cave was, because all the silt was bellowing out of this place, man. Anyway, so I was okay. So I went back, fixed the line, pulled the whole line out, so nobody else goes in there. There's nothing there, guys. Anyway, now we're gonna hear Jose's part of the story about what happened to him.
So what happened was I followed him to follow Cameron to the hole, the restriction, and then he went in, he squeezed right in, and I started to follow. Dumb. I got stuck, and he actually technically pushed me out of the restriction, face first. It didn't hurt, but it was fun.
So that was not the leg that I shoved. That was his face. So I said, "Go!" and bitch faced him. That was an accident, my guy.
Still pretty face.
Still got a pretty face, guys. Comment below and let him know how pretty his face is. All right. All right, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this. Anyway, even though we didn't find a bunch of going passage, it is an interesting room. It was real tannic in there. There's no water movement. It's just a dead end. So like the water temperature was a little colder, I felt like, and it was like kind of dingy looking water. It wasn't the pretty blue water we were having recently in this cave. Anyway, guys, I will see y'all on the next one. Who am I going to thank? Have I shout out Jose yet?
One time.
I've had Florida thing. I haven't done you yet. It's a Florida thing.
It's a Florida thing.
It's a Florida thing. Thanks for being a member of my channel, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I will see you all on the next one.